So Chris, it's been about 5 months, right? Last time was October, here we are in March. And as we were getting set up, walking around and scouting everything, I mean, looks like grass is down on every hole now. Really everything's taking shape. The driving range back over there, just to kind of orient folks. We're here at the 16th green, right?
Right.
So over my shoulder here, actually you can see our model park, all the new homes coming out of the ground there. Clubhouse is up over your shoulder over that way, and the pro shop. What's left as far as from your perspective to do?
We're pretty close to being done, at least as far from the golf course perspective. I mean, the community has, way more to do with the clubhouse and homes and all that, but the golf course is really close to being done. But at this point, it's just really details. Like, we put all this together and now we go back and refine the details, which is typically just called a punch list, where we go through and itemize the things that need to be done, landscape beds, areas that may be washed out, but it's just really the details, just focusing on those and getting all those done. And then, like I said, the fairway lines as well. This grass that we see is like uniform throughout the entire golf course, all the fairways and the roughs. So what you see when you see a fairway here is really just a mowing line, a mowing height difference. And so those have to be defined. I've done those on some of the holes, but we have to wait for the grass to mature more on some of the others before we get to that point.
You just mentioned details, so let's talk a little bit about details. As I said, we're sitting here by the 16th green. This is the hole people drive up and they see and they encounter when they arrive. What did you do on this hole to make it really stand out and be that signature experience?
Yeah, good question. I mean, first and foremost, from day one, I knew that this was going to be the hole that would be sitting along the entry road. So we knew that we needed to make something really special that not only was special like for a golfer, but for people that drive in and see it every day, because it's going to be the entry that, whether you're visiting or living here, that people will see, or this hole every day that they pull in here. So we wanted to first make it I guess kind of showy or pretty, or whatever word you want to use, like something that was really aesthetically popping, I guess. And part of that was this screening waste area that exists on the left side of this hole along the entry, and we have carried that theme throughout maybe 6 golf holes throughout the golf course community. So when you pull in, you're going to get a taste of what this golf course is about, with this beautiful screening area with the landscaping within it. And then you look across from that into the fairway, you'll see the bunkering, the strategic angles that are set up, and see the green. But I just think it's a really special hole. And the cool thing about it for me was, it was one of the last holes that we built, and we still were tinkering with it 2 weeks ago because of the entry drive and just all the details like I talked about. But it's been a huge surprise to me, because I thought it was gonna be a good hole, but now that it's done, literally I've taken so many pictures from at the gatehouse at about, before when the sun was setting, but now it's probably 6 o'clock. But if you sit up there, there's some amazing pictures, shadows, because the sun is sitting over here, the shadows are coming off, and to me, it's the money shot of the entire golf course.
Beautiful. Talking about the holes and getting into a little detail here, I know a fun exercise you've been working on with the team is coming up with kind of an identity, if you will, a name for each one of the holes. And so, not to give anything away, we want to leave some surprise for folks when they get here, but I just want to play a little game with you. We'll go through a couple of the holes,
okay, and
you tell me a sentence or two kind of what the inspiration was. So hole 5, I believe the working title is Next Decision.
Right. Yeah, so I may have talked about this before when we were reviewing the holes previously, but my philosophy on golf course architecture is setting up angles and setting up options, giving a golfer an option. And sometimes that option may be to play away from the trouble, but then the next shot may be more trouble or not the ideal angle. So that hole being the next decision, it's a short par 4. You have to truly make a decision off the tee, and what I'm asking a golfer to do is to hit it to the left, as close to the waist area as they can. That gives you the ideal angle into the green that's kind of angled, from that left-hand side of the fairway. So it really is, and then for a really good golfer, they literally can hit it over the waist area up to the green or almost onto the green. So when I say next decision, it's just another hole, but it's a strong decision that has to be made. What type of club you're going to hit, how aggressive you're going to be, and then how close to that left edge can you get to give yourself the preferred angle into the green.
All right, next hole. Number 7 is called the slingshot.
Right. Number 7 was the last hole that was built, and it really didn't appear to me until we were almost done. But when I stand on the tee, the hole kind of turns left to right, dog leg. There's a big bunker on the inside of the dog leg, and it just feels like from the tee that you could hit a type of shot that would go out there and kind of sling around the corner over that bunker, which would give you the ideal angle into the green. It just feels like that's the type of shot that you want to play to sling something up into there.
Next hole, hole 12. I found this one really intriguing. Astoria Punch Bowl.
Yeah, I guess the big concept of that hole is really the green feature itself. It's a punch bowl. It's literally, and a punch bowl is a template that's been used throughout golf course architecture for a long time. This is my version of it here at Astor Creek. The Astoria thing, I think, just really ties into the whole Astor Creek name and theme. But the punch bowl concept is, it's a par 3, and it's literally meant where if you miss it left or right of the green, 10, 15 yards, everything is bowled back to the center. So it's kind of like the putt-putt hole where everything funnels back to the middle. So on both sides of the hole, there's a big mound, there's a bunker to the front left, and it'll all be fairway so that if you miss it, like I said, a little bit left or right, it's all gonna kind of feed back and funnel into the punch bowl.
Final sneak preview here, I think among the crew, favorite name of the group, hole number 17, Hogback.
Yeah, it's really about the green. The green, again, it goes back to variety. Like I want to have, low greens, high greens, medium height greens, different shapes and angles of greens. This green runs perpendicular to the line of play, but it literally is probably the highest green out here as far as elevation. It's several feet above the fairway, thus the hogback. And then even within the green itself, it's got another big hogback. So the big broad landform is a hogback. But then within the green, there's another hogback that's like a micro that really divides the green left and right and front and back.
Sounds like some interesting pin placement opportunities on that one for sure. All right.